What's going on, guys? This is the Magic Power here, bringing you another ORAS Wi-Fi battle. This one with the second battle with this team, and we are up against the real Shady, not the fake Shady, but the real Shady. No, it's not Shady Penguin, but anyway, my opponent has a really good, bulky team. Kind of interesting. You don't really see Mega Steelix every day, but as you're gonna see, he does bring in Steelix here, nice and shiny. And he also has Umbreon, so those combined, they both have a fighting weakness, which I'm gonna try to take care of. But yeah. So anyway, turn one, I'm just gonna fire off a Shadow Ball. You know, if he wants to switch into Umbreon, so be it. He actually did not. He decided to stay in. Look how close those two are. When Latios went for Shadow Ball, like they were like inches away from each other, or like feet away from. I don't know. So anyway, he's gonna get the rocks up. At this point, I realized Ice Beam was the better play because Ice Beam just does a better base damage. Like Shadow Ball does base 80 and Ice Beam does base 90, I believe. But as here, you're gonna see I do go for Ice Beam, get a crit, which is nice, but no freeze. So you know, I'm obviously gonna have to switch out here because yeah, I don't think. Why is this thing moving around? I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm gonna switch out. If he goes for Wish, so be it. If he goes for Toxic, so be it. Because I'm actually just gonna go into Venusaur, trying to maybe get a Toxic off on this thing. I do have the Earthquake for Steelix, so that's kind of a cool thing to note. As maybe that's gonna happen. It's not gonna do anything anyway, just because it's Mega Steelix and Venusaur's attack is not that much. Anyway, he will switch out here. I tried to land a Toxic on this thing, but instead he goes into Latios, and we're gonna be able to Mega Evolve first of all. And this thing was kind of scary. We both had a Latios, which is kind of cool. But this thing may be True Scarf, it may be Life Orb, it may be True Specs. At this point, I didn't know. So, it could even be E-Belt for all we know. So, I do get the Toxic off. Again, Toxic does always hit when you're a Poison type. At least that's what I think it is. I'm not sure. Mega Venusaur is one of the best walls in the game, just because it can't get Toxic. You know, Chansey, Umbreon, you know, they have Aromatherapy and Heal Bell, but they can still get Toxic. So here I wanted to Weavile, predicting the Side Shock. I actually forgot that he had the rocks up, so I kind of wanted my Focus Sash there just in case he did go for the Dragon type move, predicting the switch. But nope, he does switch. He does end up switching out here. I think I predicted that and went for Sword Dance. Yes, I did. But at this point, Weavile was my most expendable teammate, team player Pokemon. I did end up switching, though, because it would be nice against Latios. Nothing else really wants to take it on. I mean, Mega Garchomp, or not Mega Garchomp, but Scarf Chomp can do something to it. But my reliable switch, I had to play a little less recklessly as the last battle, because the last battle was just hideous. I was playing way too recklessly, but yeah, as I just wanted to keep the Weavile around, just because, you know, it hits Umbreon for Brick Break. It can do things. It can Ice Punch the Latios as long as it's not truly Scarfed. And, yeah. So, I'm going to Leech Seed predicting the switch, as he does have to switch out. He doesn't know I don't have Giga Drain yet, so that's something to note. We also get the Toxic off, which is amazing. Because you can wish all you want, but, you know. Bleh. So, anyway, he's going to Synchronize, but obviously it doesn't work. He does have Heal Bell, which that is ultimately going to stop my parade with the Toxic. It heals him and Latios, so that's gonna be a problem. As leftovers will come through, and I think he's like barely at not full health. So if that Focus Sash comes through, won't be able to. I'm kidding. He has leftovers. So anyway, I'm gonna be able to get some good health back with the Leech Seed, as he will switch out here, knowing that, you know, I have Toxic and he can't Toxic me because I'm a Venusaur. So I'm just gonna Toxic again. Kind of put the pressure on to maybe Heal Bell later in the game. Meloetta is a threat to us, though, so if it comes down to it, I can just do something about it. So at this point, I will switch out. I actually did not predict the second move. I predicted him to predict me to switch out into Weavile to go to, like, Hyper Voice or Relic Song or something. So I went into Shandy, and he does go for the Relic Song. So Chandelure is going to be able to absorb that. Choice Scarf is a thing. You do have the Timid Choice Scarf on the Chandelure. Freaking beautiful guy. And, yeah, he's gonna switch out, though, which is good for us, because it's a good freaking time. I couldn't Shadow Ball that thing because it is a normal type. Umbreon does come in here. I will Flamethrower. It's gonna do, you know, a decent amount considering it's Umbreon. In fact, it would have been a 2-hit KO, I believe, if he did not have the leftovers. But leftovers will definitely be able to help him live that one. At this point, I will flamethrower because no reason not to. He'll actually go for the foul play, which I didn't expect to kill me since I'm timid, but it does end up killing me with a crit. I'm not sure if the crit mattered, but it might have. You never know. So at this point, we did get Umbreon low enough to where I'm actually surprised it didn't Moonlight there, or Wish, or whatever it wanted to do, but yeah, it didn't. So it's low enough to where I can bring in Latios. Ice Beam, nothing really wants to take that on his team, so Umbreon will indeed go down. I was kind of hoping if that hadn't killed, that would have been a problem. And also, I did have Thunderbolt, but there was no reason to reveal that, just in case life. So anyway, I'm gonna switch out. I don't know what that was. I'm sorry. That was weird. So anyway, I'm gonna go into Weavile here. Again, just predicting the Psyshock. If he doesn't go for it, so be it. Weavile isn't the best Pokemon on my team. It's not really needed for much. But the Ice Shard would have been nice on this particular Pokemon on the other side, Latios. But he does reveal here that he is Life Orbed, so that's good to know. As I can't go into Mandibuzz here, I'm hoping to get the Defog off, but clearly he's just gonna Thunderbolt, and that's just gonna do way too much. Just take me out. So at this point, we know he's Life Orbed, okay? We know that. So we know he's not Choice Scarfed, so we can bring in Garchomp, Scarf Chomp, Jolly, it's Choice Scarf. We're definitely outspeeding. We're revealing the Scarf right here, but it's honestly fine. We can Dragon Claw, and it's gonna pick up the KO. He brings in Steelix, because he kind of has to, knowing that I'm Choice Scarfed, and he gets a free move off, but honestly, I had to take that, I had to get that kill right there. That I couldn't mess around with Mega Venusaur, maybe living a hit and stalling out with Synthesis and Toxic and Leech Seed, because there's no reason to do that. Probably wasn't going to work out anyway. So anyway, I do decide to switch out because Earthquake could be nice against this thing later on, but I do have to switch out to get away. He's actually going to pull the double there, which if I had stayed in and just went for Dragon Claw, that would have been rad, but nope, he goes for the U-turn. Does over half to me. They're not over half, but it does, it gets me under half. So I believe I just go for, okay, can I just do that? No, because that's not, okay. Sorry, I'm moving this around. So I did predict the U-turn, or I'm not even sure why I predicted there. I'm pretty sure Outrage would have killed. If not, the next turn it would have, because Synthesis would not get me enough. But yeah, I do have Synthesizing there, and then I go for Leech Seed, Earthquake, with that Impish Nature, not going to do enough. We're just going to be able to stall this thing out. We have Earthquake too, so it's not a big deal. So, I'm at this point, not much reason to keep him around. I will switch out, though, because, just switching out, going to Latios, predicting the Earthquake, or the switch out, or the Stealth Rocks, or whatever he wants to go for. He actually goes for the Curse, so he has Stealth Rocks, Curse, Earthquake. I'm guessing Gyro Ball as well. Maybe Rest, maybe something. Personally, I like using Rest, Curse, Earthquake, and Gyro Ball on my Steelix, but this one has Stealth Rock, so clearly that's not happening. I'm just going to go with the Shadow Ball here, just in case. Well, actually, Ice Beam was the better play there, I think, but I just went for the Shadow Ball, just because. And those stones would drop, luckily. It's so cool, how Steelix, has the stones spin around. That's cool, I like that. So, anyway, this thing reveals the Scarf Hood, this Flygon, and this was a problem, because if this thing was Jolly Scarf, then I could not outspeed it with my Scarf Chomp, because Garchomp is base 92 speed, and Flygon is base 100 speed, but luckily, he is Adamant, or anything, something, and I'm going to Dragon Claw Oko this guy, and that is all I needed, because at that point, he had, what is this? He had the Keldeo. But, if this thing was Scarf, which I was pretty sure it might be, we didn't see a Life Orb, I don't think, so I just wanted a Venusaur just to clean up, no reason not to. The Stealth Rocks will come through, but Icy Wind, it's not gonna do enough. We have Thick Fat, so that's fine. It's fine with us. So, he does lower my speed, but he's gonna outspeed me anyway. As he'll switch out now and go into Mandibuzz. No, that's how Mandibuzz, because he doesn't have one. He's gonna go to Meloetta, and I'm gonna Synthesis. Right now, I know what I need. I need Garchomp to Earthquake this thing, and I need Mega Venusaur to handle the Keldeo. So, yeah, that's what I needed. He's gonna take toxic damage as I do regain my health pretty nicely. He will Relic Song though. I'm not sure. Yeah, that music though. Anyway, I just wanted to be quiet. So yeah, I'm gonna Leech Seed here. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe he was a physical set with just Relic Song and then like close combat, return, anything. But he does show off the leftovers here. As you know, at this point, I can, if this thing doesn't have a Psyche type move, I can stall it out. Like, I'm not sure that it can do much to us. So, I definitely did not expect that, though. I thought it was just going to be like a choice scarf thing. So anyway, he's going to hit us with return. Does a good amount. Does enough to where I'm not comfortable I'm not comfortable living. But, you know, with the Leech Seed, we should be able to live. We're going to live badly, but we're going to live, so, or at least we should. So, Leech Seed going to put us over half, which is nice. And the Toxic is definitely wearing away at this thing. I'd say next turn it may die. So, Return is going to go off. And at this point, we will go for the Synthesis because it's our best play, just to stall this thing out. There's no reason not to. And, you know, it's kind of a cheap way to go about it, but what are you going to do? So, anyway, Leftovers are going to kick in, but here comes the Leech Seed, and I'm pretty sure it goes, yeah, it's definitely going to be able to, this is like the 4th turn of Toxic, I think, or something like that, so it will go down to the Toxic as, yeah, it's going to be a kill for Mega Venusaur, slow kill, but a kill at that, and at this point, Keldeo comes in. If it's Choice Scarf and it crits me 1,000 times with Icy Wind, that's a problem, but here, we'll just go for this Scald, as, you know, it will get its first turn burn, which is good for him, but, I mean, I can just Leech Seed, I can just Toxic, I can just Synthesis, that's all I have to do. And Scald is not going to kill Garchomp, and if it burns, then, if he's Scarfed and it burns, then I'm pretty sure Earthquake kills anyway, like, just because of how long I'm going to stall with Toxic and such. So, yeah, Scald's going to come through here, as he's obviously Scarfed into it, he can't, you know, do anything else. If he had Secret Sword, he'd probably go for that if he was not Scarfed, but we didn't see Life Orb. I don't think we saw, like, Leftovers or anything, so, I don't think he was Expert Belt, I don't think he was Assault Vest, I just think he was a Scarf set. Maybe Specs, but judging by that Scald damage, I'm not sure if that was Specs at all. So, yeah, basically, just, this is a really boring battle to commentate, but, it was a good battle. Because my opponent did bring some top tier threats, just like me. But yeah, we just ended up doing what we do best. As yeah, I believe on the next turn he just forfeits. I believe. Hint, hint. I believe. Yep, there's a forfeit. Sorry about that ending commentary. That was kinds of messed up. But anyway, that was a good battle. His team was a little lower tiered than mine. I will say that. But we did pick up the win, and I didn't use Umbreon, and he did. So that's a thing. All right, please leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.